Get ready to have your mind blown. In this episode, we're diving into 15 unbelievable facts that sound too crazy to be true. But they are. From bizarre science to shocking history, these facts will challenge everything you thought you knew. Stick around, because number one will leave you speechless. There's a planet where it rains molten glass. Far beyond our solar system lies HD 189,733 bits, a planet so hostile it defies imagination. Located 63 light-years away, this Jupiter-like exoplanet has winds howling at 5,400 miles per hour, 8,700 kilometers/, 7 times the speed of sound. But that's not even the scariest part. Instead of water, its atmosphere contains silicate particles, which means it rains molten glass sideways at breakneck speeds. Discovered in 2005, this planet is a nightmare where extreme heat keeps temperatures soaring above 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit, 927 degrees Celsius. The deep blue color of HD 189,733 bits may look peaceful from space, but make no mistake, it's one of the most deadly worlds ever discovered. Imagine standing in a storm where razor-sharp glass shreds everything in its path. Your body glows in the dark, but you can't see it. Believe it or not, humans have a hidden bioluminescence, just like fireflies and deep-sea creatures. In 2009, Japanese scientists used ultra-sensitive cameras to reveal that the human body emits a faint glow, but it's 1,000 times weaker than our eyes can detect. The glow is strongest in the late afternoon and weakest at night, following our natural body rhythms. This eerie light is caused by metabolic reactions inside our cells, specifically as free radicals interact with proteins and lipids. Though invisible to us, this proves that we're all glowing, just in an ultra-dim way. If our eyes could perceive this faint light, we'd see every person shimmering softly in the dark. There's a lake that kills everything that touches it. Nestled in Tanzania, Lake Natron looks like a breathtaking crimson wonderland, but its beauty hides a deadly secret. With water temperatures reaching 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius, and an extreme pH level of 10.5, this lake is as caustic as ammonia. Any bird or animal that mistakenly lands in its waters is instantly burned and mummified, leaving eerie stone-like remains. The lake's deadly nature comes from its high concentration of sodium carbonate, which preserves creatures like ancient fossils. Despite its toxicity, flamingos thrive here, as they've adapted to the harsh conditions. This surreal lake is a real-life horror story, turning unlucky victims into haunting statues. A place where life meets a frozen death. A cloud weighs more than 1,000,000 pounds. Next time you look up at the sky, remember this: those fluffy clouds floating above aren't weightless. In reality, an average cumulus cloud weighs over 1.1 million pounds, 500,000 kilograms, as much as 100 elephants. So why don't they fall? The secret lies in their structure. A cloud is made of tiny water droplets spread across a vast area, allowing it to stay suspended in the air. Warm air rising from the earth helps keep the droplets aloft, making clouds appear light and airy. But when those droplets gather into heavy rain clouds, gravity wins, and downpour begins. So next time you're under a cloud, imagine standing beneath a floating mountain of water. There's a jellyfish that can live forever. Meet the Turritopsis dohrnii, a tiny jellyfish with an incredible ability. It can reverse its aging process and potentially live forever. Found in the Mediterranean Sea and off the coasts of Japan, this jellyfish has a secret survival trick. Instead of dying when injured or old, it transforms back into its juvenile form, essentially resetting its life cycle. Scientists call this process transdifferentiation, where adult cells turn into young cells again. This ability has made it one of the only known biologically immortal creatures on Earth. While they can still be eaten by predators, if left undisturbed, these jellyfish could theoretically live forever, making them the closest thing to immortality in nature. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Think you know your fruits? Think again. Botanically speaking, bananas are true berries, while strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are not. This is because in botany, a berry must have 3 key features: It must develop from a single ovary of a flower. It must have a fleshy interior with seeds inside. It must have a thin outer skin instead of a hard shell. Bananas meet all three conditions, making them real berries. Meanwhile, strawberries and raspberries grow from multiple ovaries, disqualifying them from berry status. Even more shocking, eggplants, cucumbers, and even tomatoes are also classified as berries. It's time to rethink what we call fruits and berries. Nature is full of surprises. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. Octopuses are some of the most bizarre and intelligent creatures on Earth, and their bodies are unlike anything we're used to. Unlike humans, they have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to their gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. Even weirder, their blood is blue instead of red. This happens because instead of iron-based hemoglobin like in humans, octopuses use copper-based hemocyanin to carry oxygen. This adaptation helps them survive in the deep ocean's low oxygen environments. But here's the catch. When an octopus swims, its main heart actually stops beating, making it tire quickly. With their incredible camouflage, intelligence, and 3-heart system, octopuses truly seem like aliens from another world. The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in summer. You may think the Eiffel Tower is a solid, unchanging structure, but this iron giant actually grows and shrinks with the seasons. Built in 1889, this iconic monument stands 1,083 feet, 330 meters tall, but during hot summer months, it expands by up to 6 inches, 15 centimeters. The reason? A phenomenon called thermal expansion. When metals heat up, they expand. As temperatures rise, the iron structure stretches upward, and in winter, it contracts back down. Engineers accounted for this effect during its construction, ensuring it remains stable despite seasonal changes. So if you ever visit Paris in the summer, you'll be looking at the Eiffel Tower at its tallest. The moon is moving away from Earth. Every year, the moon drifts 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters away from Earth, slowly altering our planet's future. This happens due to the gravitational interaction between the moon and Earth's tides. The moon's gravity pulls on Earth's oceans, creating tidal bulges, which in turn transfer energy back to the moon, gradually pushing it further away. Scientists estimate that billions of years ago, the moon was 10 times closer, making it appear much larger in the sky. If this drift continues for millions of years, total solar eclipses, where the moon perfectly covers the sun, will no longer be possible. The night sky we know today is constantly changing, and one day, future generations may see a much smaller-looking moon. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. It sounds impossible, but under the right conditions, water can boil and freeze simultaneously. This bizarre phenomenon occurs at a scientific point called the triple point, where temperature and pressure are perfectly balanced to allow all 3 states, solid, liquid, and gas, to exist at once. The triple point of water happens at 0.01 degrees Celsius, 32.018 degrees Fahrenheit, and 611.657 pascals of pressure. In a vacuum chamber, scientists can demonstrate this effect by rapidly lowering the pressure, causing water to boil as it freezes. This effect isn't just a laboratory trick. It plays a crucial role in physics, space science, and even weather formation on other planets. The speed of a sneeze is faster than a hurricane. Next time you sneeze, remember that you're unleashing one of the fastest biological forces on Earth. A typical sneeze travels at 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers/, making it faster than most hurricanes, which have wind speeds of around 74 miles per hour, 120 kilometers/h. Sneezes are powerful reflexes that expel irritants, bacteria, and viruses from your nose at incredible speeds, sometimes reaching distances of 26 feet, 8 meters. The record for the fastest recorded sneeze, 103 miles per hour, 166 kilometers/h. That's why sneezes are so effective at spreading germs, and why covering your mouth isn't just polite, it's essential for public health. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Venus, Earth's evil twin, has a rotation so slow that one single day on Venus is longer than its entire year. The planet takes 243 Earth days to complete one rotation on its axis, but only 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun. This means if you could stand on Venus, you'd experience a full year before seeing one sunrise and sunset. But that's not the only strange thing. Venus also spins in the opposite direction compared to most planets in our solar system. Scientists believe this is due to a massive collision in ancient times, flipping its rotation. If you ever landed there, which would be impossible due to extreme heat and pressure, you'd witness one of the strangest time cycles in the universe. There's an island where no one is allowed to go. Deep in the Indian Ocean, a mysterious place called North Sentinel Island has remained untouched by modern civilization for thousands of years. Home to the Sentinelese tribe, this island is one of the most isolated places on Earth, where outsiders are strictly unwelcome. The Sentinelese people have lived here for over 60,000 years, completely rejecting contact with the outside world. Anyone who tries to approach the island is met with arrows and spears, as the tribe fiercely protects its land. In 2018, an American missionary attempted to visit, but was tragically killed. The Indian government has since made it illegal to go within 3 miles, 5 kilometers, of the island to protect both visitors and the tribe from potential diseases. You can hear the difference between hot and cold water. Did you know that your ears can detect temperature without touching anything? When you pour hot and cold water, they produce distinct sounds due to differences in viscosity. Hot water is less dense than cold water, meaning it flows faster and creates a higher pitch, more energetic splash. Cold water, being denser, has more resistance, making its splash sound lower and heavier. If you close your eyes and listen carefully, you can actually tell which water is hot and which is cold just by the sound. Scientists have even used this concept in physics studies to explore how temperature affects fluid dynamics. Next time you pour a drink, test your ears. It's a fun trick to surprise your friends. Your stomach gets a new lining every 3 to 4 days. Your stomach is constantly digesting food. But have you ever wondered why it doesn't digest itself? The reason is that your body regenerates the stomach lining every 3 to 4 days. The inside of your stomach is coated with mucus and specialized cells that protect it from strong gastric acid, which has a pH of 1.5 to 3.5, strong enough to dissolve metal. Without this rapid regeneration, your stomach lining would be eaten away by its own acid. This process ensures that your digestive system stays healthy and functional. If this renewal system were to stop, serious ulcers and internal damage would occur in just a few days. Your body is constantly rebuilding itself, even while you sleep.